You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's The Challenge After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Challenge After Show.
I love it. So
okay.
Mark, grab Roxy's shoulder so she feels a part of it.
Thanks. She's so sensitive.
This is a remix. This is the remix.
Is this the remix?
This is some sex song right here. Lower the lights on that.
All right, guys,
so
welcome to the
sensitive.
Illuminati here at AfterBuzz TV. Oh, all right, we're just turning.
Hey.
We got the red light special here.
Red light district, baby.
Hey guys,
Nicolette
welcome
Gaona.
to AfterBuzz TV. This is the Challenge Free Agents After Show. It's your boy DJ Jesse J on the mic.
Hey, Jesse.
I'm joined in studio by a couple of my co-hosts here. We have one Nicolette Sensei Don't Play Gaona. How are
Hello. I am doing great, Jesse. Thank you for asking.
you? Back from the long road he's been traveling on. We got Mark Long, Pocket Protein, hashtag.
Coming in hot and ferocious.
We got
Ferocious.
the audience is going crazy.
Yes,
Look how gorgeous Roxy's lipstick is tonight.
We have Roxy Striar rocking the red lips with the red lights. Hey, Roxy.
I was told I have some very nice DSL. DSL.
As long as you know, girl, STD don't mean suck that dick.
Okay. Ooh.
Whoa!
Fighting words.
Just kidding. What's up, guys? We are back in studio with the team here for the Challenge Free Agents. Woo! Sorry.
Okay.
Boob grab so early.
Mark, glad you could fucking come join us.
You know what? You know when in Legends of the Fall when Tristan goes off and gets lost for months?
Yes, I'm with you.
I've come back. I've tried to grow out a horseshit beard. Just does not work for me.
Why is that?
I'm 42 and I can't grow facial hair, Jesse.
Is that C-Team trying to make fun of you?
Pathetic.
On the
God,
challenge?
if I could have a third of CT's beard.
We think
I'd
you
be-
look great.
Yeah, it's
Well,
been-
You got that screw?
It's coming in.
It's not that great, but I'm glad to be back, guys. Very stoked.
Definitely.
Glad to have you. We're probably gonna get the steamer on the line.
Oh, yes.
Steamer did not get stumped last week.
He didn't.
Last week.
He did not?
Yeah,
He
no.
did not. I was
Oh.
proud of you, Steam.
Are we gonna have a stump this week?
We sure do. Moving on, though. Let's talk about tonight. It's called the Thumb Sucker.
You know why?
Because Naya sucks her thumb.
I just think
Sucking
that's so weird because does she think it's a sexy thing? You know, she walks around in
It's
her
nothing to do-
underwear.
It's like biting your fingernails. It's just like you've been doing it for.
She says she
Then-
bites her nail. She sucks her thumb and she doesn't walk around with clothes. I did that the after show with her next week. She was doing hair and makeup. She's like, I just suck my thumb a lot and I just walk around naked. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
But like, how's that enjoyable?
Is it cool?
Like,
I'm like, it's cool, I guess. You know?
how is that enjoyable?
Well, your
I mean,
thumb would actually
maybe
cut you
she's
if you
used
put
to
it in
it.
your mouth. Like you got them claws. Not in a bad way. Just
I
like
mean,
if you try to suck your
first of
thumb.
all, I wouldn't put it in
What is
my
it called?
mouth. Okay.
Oblongata in the back. What's that little?
Oblongata? Medulla
Medulla.
oblongata?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
These
Yeah,
are
you-
No,
Let's
that's-
ask
you know.
Johan
That's the name
Pena.
of no. This
Shout out,
Shout
That's
out.
a good one, Roxy. I'll give you
Aren't
that
those
one.
your
That's
ton-
fine.
Tonsils?
are those your tonsils?
No,
your
not the
tonsils are
little
like the
thing.
things on the side.
Okay.
Listen,
All right.
Mrs.
Moving on, the Thumb Sucker episode. We had a little romance at the beginning. I thought this episode was going to give us some tea, but they didn't give us no tea. It was just all about the challenge, which I guess that's what we're here for. So we got Kahutta and Nani. They are,
Now married.
Yeah.
well,
Almost
getting
married.
married.
They're engaged.
Yeah, and she calls him the dream man, and he just
Clearly not, and making out with damn strippers.
yeah, especially after saying it, he's the best kisser. Then what are you
Wouldn't
doing?
Jesse, you're a man. Wouldn't you be a little ticked off if your fiance was caught kissing a
fuck
male
yeah.
stripper?
I'd be like, well, bitch,
Oh my God, there's no time.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I think
I don't think it has to do with being a man. I think
Yeah.
being a woman. Like if I'd be like, are you kidding?
I would have been like,
Especially from a different country.
right.
Yeah.
Obviously
Kinda
they're
dirty.
not. We know they're not actually engaged, but I just still kind of thought it was weird. You're sucking face with one guy, then you're sucking face with another.
I mean,
It's
like,
supposed to
what
be
if
a
Jazz
woman.
sat on his
Right.
face? Like, would that be okay with Nani? Like,
No
I mean,
way.
that kind of was happening though. So
Hey, it is a bachelor party.
I mean,
or a
that
bachelorette
is.
party.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Anything
That's
goes. Or just
true.
cameras were there. We shouldn't have watched that. We should have been private.
Exactly.
Apparently Nani smells like honeysuckle.
I thought that was kind of cute.
It was cute.
He's cute.
He
He's
needs to
really
be on more
cute.
challenges, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I
He
like
does.
Kahada.
I like him.
He's
Kahada's
like
great.
a good energy.
But you say he's a little one.
He's a tiny guy. I met Kahada. I met him. I went to visit him in Georgia. He's not a big dude, but he's just he's like you like being around him. He's got a good
Yeah.
energy, and him and Isaac get along really well. Isaac's another story, but Isaac's great for the party. Isaac's a
Wait,
I
great
feel like
party guy.
Kahada would know how to kill you.
Yeah.
25 ways using different products.
Exactly.
Could you see Kahada and Nani kind of going a little further?
Do you know what? I saw
some
them.
tea?
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram. Nani last week went to see Kahada, and they posted pictures at a country bar in Georgia. So that's, you know what I mean? That's showman's outside of the show.
So maybe that's just
The more you
romance.
know.
Well, he's just a sweetheart.
think
He's
it's a
such a
showman.
country sweetheart. Like
He's
he
great.
just seems so genuine. Like how can you not love?
Kind of
Yeah, but
hard.
Nani doesn't seem like his type then.
What do you mean? She's always with Dustin, and Kahada's like the A+ version of Dustin.
Wouldn't you think he'd more want like a Jess then? If it's this country, southern.
No, because I think Kahada sees through Jess. He's like, you really
Right.
ain't a country girl.
That's
and I
like an
know
opposites
country girl."
attract kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Like he
I didn't
wants
see-
the
I didn't-
spicy Latina.
Yeah, I didn't see them getting together like that, but obviously it lasted a little longer.
Yeah, and Nani is damn
Uruguay.
hot.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You got that tea?
I know.
No, in all seriousness, it's really hot.
It's 110.
Yeah, it's like really like.
Yeah, but that's my
Redhead's on for a reason.
contribution to the show tonight. My inside scoop. If
I,
I don't say
I
anything else-
appreciate your detective work.
Thank you.
All right, so Jazz was stripping for men. Then we had Magic John stripping for the girls. Nani made out with him, and then we get a little other side of this. Frank goes and calls his mom.
Yeah.
sad
Sad
times.
moment. We find out that he has, I forget the exact name of it, but some sort of ammonia, and he's crying. To,
Pneumonia. Ammonia is that thing you put under your nose to wake you up if you faint.
Excuse
Oh.
me. Ammonia.
No.
And he caught it in the
Pneumonia.
country, or he
Pneumonia.
caught it
He
in
had
Malay?
pneumonia.
He has a viral infection.
Which
No.
Which-
But there's he posted it on something on
Yeah.
Twitter, something, the full name of it,
Right.
and it's like West Nile.
Oh,
Pneumonia.
wait, so did he get it there in the country or in LA?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to text him. We'll figure it out.
I
we'll
think
ask
just
him.
those living quarters, once you get really into it a few days, they're not the most clean. I mean, the dishes back up, the
Molds
water,
and
and everyone's like crapping after each other. You know, it's just, it gets a
Yeah.
little gnarly.
I mean, people get
very
sick when they
susceptible.
travel in
Yeah,
general,
it's very
too.
susceptible being in another country. Probably just got some kind of bug that was weird because he wanted to stay. It just kind of kicked his ass.
Yeah, but do you guys
Sad.
think that he was almost like a little excited to hear that he couldn't stay because no?
I mean, you know what? Maybe a little bit. If you're gonna go out, that's kind of the way to go out. Have
Right.
MTV tell you you're not doing this, because I'm sure there was, kind of a little piece of him being like, if I play, is this gonna
Kill me.
or
Yeah.
make it worse? Because it could.
Right.
You're not supposed to play under that kind of.
He was
stress.
probably relieved when he got sent home. He was probably very upset, but he was probably deep down a little relieved that he
Okay.
didn't have to throw in and cash it.
Gotta throw that pride out.
Yeah.
Challenge day. Frank has to go home. Sorry, bud. And then we
It's
are.
so mean that they send him all the way there. It's so mean. Like,
But it makes great television, Roxy.
you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
He's all pumped. And TJ
know.
pulls the rug out.
Yeah.
Wait, he was gonna be in the challenge. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. He went all the way to the challenge, right?
Right.
Pulled that rug right out.
Yeah, and after he competed in the last 2 weeks, he's really kicked butt. So I'm sure that other guys were scared. And like Leroy said, no hate, but I'm glad he's gone. He's
Right.
tough.
Yeah, MTV editors, y'all making Leroy the shader.
I know.
And what did he say at the very end?
About
Yeah.
Naya. Yeah. Naya, you
Welcome
did-
to the
you
challenge,
can-
rookie.
Hey, it's great though.
I
When
love
people go home randomly, even if it's from an injury, you're secretly like, yes. And
Yeah,
you're like,
of
oh,
course.
there's one down.
Especially if it's somebody who's fierce.
Yeah.
I know at the draw, I'd be like, pull that bone, pull the bones, pull them bones.
Bam.
Right.
Bar crawl. You got to shove these bars through these little holes, and then you and your partners got to move to the next bar, and you got to shove it through for your partners.
I've like been on a lot of bar crawls, and this wasn't exactly what I was.
This is like
you've been shoving poles.
You've probably been on like a beer crawl or something.
No, they're called.
There are beer crawls.
Yeah,
It's called.
but it's a bar crawl.
It's called a bar crawl though. Like when you crawl from bar to bar, you don't like actually. You know, you hop.
Probably end up crawling.
Yeah, and you know that I do.
Not playing.
Yeah, since I don't play in this bar crawl.
Okay.
So
It was very military-ish. Though.
It was.
It was very like Marine kind of esque.
I just expected people to do differently than they did.
What do you mean?
Like the people that I thought would do really well kind of didn't, and the people I thought that were gonna suck did well.
Yeah.
And I was surprised at how many people DQ'd, and that I just was surprised.
I mean, let's get into it. Cara Maria's team, CT, Swift, and Anissa. Seems pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
Not good.
Yeah, it's not that they fell, but they were just so slow.
They went first, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's always bad when you go first because you can't really judge it against anyone. So you don't want to be the first person that DQs. So it's kind of weird going first.
Yeah,
Do you feel it's that, or do you think like? I mean, they're all kind of
macho.
Yeah.
I would
Cara Maria is not really, but
I would think that if you're going first, you have to know that somebody at some point is going to make it across, and falling down or dropping the pole was the same exact thing as not making it across. So if I knew I had a minute left, like TJ's like, you have 1 minute left. There was no hustle in this step. I would have just made a mad.
Go for it.
Yeah, I would have tried really hard, even if I fell. Although I guess in the challenge they change these rules all the time. How did they know that if you fell, it would be the same thing as if how far you make it? You know.
So they didn't do it. Then we get who do we get next? We got Brandon's team with Jessica, Johnny Bananas, Camilla. They did their damn thing. Leroy with Naya, Isaac, Laurel.
Guy on guy.
Yeah, what? What's going on with that?
That's the weirdest choice, and they were the only team that made that choice.
I think Laurel, because she's such a alpha female,
was like guys on one side.
Yeah, like she wanted to have a little moment to shine, which is fine.
I just think that
still
was
was a
so
little weird.
stupid because the two guys were so massive that they took up so much space on the poles.
And they were like super close.
Yeah.
I just would love to see what Leroy is thinking when watching himself being like up against.
Guys, what's the meme?
Jesse and I were looking at each other like,
meme?
what?
We're gonna make a meme.
Yeah, what's the meme?
It's gonna be Leroy with that little sloth coming up behind him like, hey babe, move over.
No, it's I got your back.
I got your back.
I got your back, bro.
And your front. That was funny.
We'll send that to Leroy as a Christmas card.
Dinner in the freezer with your name.
Who knows what that's from?
Not
Jimmy
me.
Fallon's song back in the day. I know what you want. Okay, moving on.
That was great.
So Zach, Devin, Johnny, Teresa. Thought they were gonna do what?
They thought that they could skip more things. I mean, here's the thing, Zach. Yes, you're bigger than the other people, but Johnny is not.
Yeah.
So why
The
did you
arm
guys
span.
think? Yeah. Why did you think that you guys could do that?
Refresh my memory. Why did I feel like we already knew Johnny wasn't very
Athletic.
I think that he wasn't. I mean, we saw him take his shirt off.
coordinated? Not I thought like,
We saw him take his shirt off tonight, and he had abs. But I think he's gotten in shape for the challenge.
working out in coordination.
No, but I think that he used to be like different, and I think he wasn't balanced. He wasn't whatever. And like if you're getting in the gym, you are more
You
coordinated.
think he's in better shape now than before?
Yeah, I think he's in better
I
shape
agree with
now.
that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think he would have eaten shit. You know, it's not like he just couldn't reach. Like you.
Yeah, that was a physically, like, he
physically you
couldn't do
can't
it.
reach. Yeah, he's literally 1 foot on the pole, like balancing everything, and you can't reach.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to do it either.
But I think maybe it's because he's so goofy and like such a blackout that you think that he's kind of
I
uncoordinated.
don't know. I feel like we saw them do something.
We haven't seen him on a challenge,
Not a
have
challenge.
we?
I think really it was just like they tried something and it failed.
Right.
Like
Yeah, no.
We've seen him lap dance. That's
I mean, yeah, the way he was like
Look at
trying to
that
like
dance, yeah, for
move his
free.
feet over there was just like, buddy, you clearly know that that's not gonna work.
Yeah,
right.
but they still made it across,
Yep.
which was crazy.
They readjusted.
They readjusted and still made it across.
How'd you guys feel about Latoya, Kahada, Preston, Nani, and everyone saying Nani was the MVP?
That's good. She stepped it up.
Yeah,
did her thing.
Absolutely.
I liked it. I think she was,
against
besides Laurel, she was the only girl pulling the sticks, right?
Yeah, well, she put Preston against the wall, which is cool.
was a good idea because
Bird
Preston
wasn't
just
there
needed
this
to
year.
stay there.
Yeah. He
Should
was
have been good
glued.
at this one.
Chirp. No, I mean, those words will never come out of my mouth. That bird wasn't
It
here.
was a joke.
Oh,
Bird.
funny.
A play off his pulling sticks. Jazz, Jordan, Janae.
I mean, I just feel bad because it's like, obviously, you have one hand to work with. Like, that's the bottom line. It's hard.
Want to know why Jazz feels like, what the hell was Jordan doing?
Yeah.
Like obviously he was trying to remove.
And there were only 3 of you guys. You guys.
And think about it. I mean, in terms of challenges, it's probably one of the most difficult things to do is use his half hand to do the
behind him
pole.
grabbing
But you
it
guys think
and,
about it. Can you imagine Jazz like together, like helping?
No.
Like no, she
No.
like
She's
obviously
scared.
John A and Jordan should have been obviously on the opposite sides because
They were.
Jazzy
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
But what should have happened is they shouldn't have done it. You know, they were told they wouldn't be in the bottom and they would just be in the grab, which would have been better than what ended up happening.
Because they ended up in the grab anyway.
And there's only 3 of them. It's hard, you know?
And it would have taken like that spotlight off him. I love the Johnny Jordan foreshadowing there. The Johnny saying, "Oh, now he's not on his high horse, gets knocked up." Little foreshadowing. I like that.
Well, I mean, my thing is just like, I didn't see him being cocky going up there at all. I don't ever look at anything he does as cocky because you can look at him and kind of just see he's that kind of guy who is always proving this to himself. He had to be on the side by himself because
he's overconfident.
to prove that my one hand.
I know a friend that growing up, you don't know when he's very young. He's probably teased all his life, so he's always trying to prove himself.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a pass this episode.
And on top of that, do you guys remember the whole thing with Jordan and Naya and Jordan's little dick? So you don't know what's going on down there? You don't know what he's trying to make up for? Overcompensate for?
Well, apparently Johnny's dick was littler, and he was the stripper tonight.
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I actually really like Jordan.
Small wieners on the challenge right now.
I don't know. We asked him.
Naya called in and spilled all the tea.
We asked Jordan about it though, and he said he has a perfectly fine penis. So there was that.
It might just be small. We can't all, Jesse. We can't all be, thunderous.
But speaking of big, let's talk to our homeboy Steve
Jesse,
the Steamer.
Speaking of big,
yeah, Steamer. Speaking of big,
What's up, guys?
Steve.
Steamer.
Hey, Steamer.
Steam, you've missed me. Be honest.
I have.
There you go.
Definitely have.
Bam.
You were missed last week.
All right, good. I'm back.
I can't wait. We're gonna get Steamer in studio, I think. Right,
Nice.
Steamer?
Oh my God, the face will be revealed.
You know what Steamer is pumped about? Steamer's pumped about.
Very possible.
Hey, you're pumped about UFC this weekend too. Just on a little side note.
Yeah,
I know
am.
you are. All right, we'll get to that later on
Who
Twitter.
you got? Who you rooting for?
Real quick, and then we're done.
Yeah.
I kind of hope John Jones loses. I kind of hope he loses, my man. What about you?
Yeah, me too, totally.
All right,
I might
back
agree with that.
back to the challenge.
All right.
I gotta find my.
Well, I
Stump the
kind of
Steamer
want to know
question.
your opinions, though.
On what?
I mean, since you guys weren't here for the first episodes, how do you feel about the rules this season?
I love it. I love it because no one is safe. Even you saw tonight, CT's the fear of CT. Like, you're not used to seeing CTs getting scared or anxious.
You're not used to even seeing him up for elimination.
Right. On the count of 3, everyone give their CT stare.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
That was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that angle of it, and I like.
The guy looked cross-eyed.
Even speaking of,
He kind of looked cross-eyed though, so you're good.
even speaking of bananas after, he's like, dude, you have no idea. You could not rest on this challenge. He goes, it was a mind fuck the entire time, which I get. So I think it's cool. It would have been fun to do it, but
It shakes everybody's
yeah,
boots.
it's a little nerve wracking.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, on my thoughts on the challenge in general, I think it's interesting because your relationships kind of go out the window. It's not as much as who you are personally connected with. What are we drawing on the table over
I
here,
don't know.
children?
She's putting her fingerprint.
Yeah.
On your
Don't let
heart.
anybody steal your identity. What?
Steamer, what did you think of tonight's episode with the bar crawl mission?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent challenge. It was simple. It seemed easy, but obviously wasn't. I just thought it was a good challenge.
Who was the MVP for you?
Who was the MVP, Steam?
Laurel.
Oh.
You liking you
but
some
why
Laurel.
why do you think that Laurel insisted on being aside with the girl and Leroy insisted?
Well, we don't know if she insisted.
Okay, well that's what we're assuming. You think that
I don't
Leroy?
know. All I know is she said the people who were scared would be on the inside, and I couldn't believe she was talking about Leroy, but seeing him up there, like, he looked terrified, and I was kind of disappointed in that.
That is true.
Well, he don't like heights and he don't like water.
No.
Right.
But he does work at Encore Beach Club.
He does. It was just kind of funny.
Okay.
You know.
But all right, moving on. So Brandon's team wins. Congratulations to them.
Good for Brandon. He's a good guy.
Definitely.
Anissa made a comment. She said Laurel has this sense of entitlement.
She's just mad.
Anissa's mad.
Right. Because Anissa, like, you should have been retired a long time ago.
Anissa.
Really?
Sensei does not like her.
Just saying.
You don't like her?
Do you think
I
Anissa's
just feel
jealous?
like every time she's come into these challenges, it's just been so whack. Like, I feel like she tries to be a competitor, but it's just not working for her. Like, honestly, like, she really tries, but it's just like, you still ain't going nowhere. So what are you doing? Like, she's just mad because she can't pull through like Laurel has been pulling through.
All right, what do you guys think?
For what? As
Anissa is making that comment.
Anissa,
do you think Laurel does have a?
Here's Anissa's deal. Anissa loves being in that house, and she loves the drama. Even though she might not, outright say it, she loves the drama of the house. She loves probably going back to Philly-ish and being Anissa from the challenge, and she talks. But she hasn't pulled off a Paula, which Paula did forever. But do I think Anissa's done?
She did well, though. She did well.
No, she does fine. But I think what Sensei is saying, Nicolette, she never gets to the end.
Right, for the game she talks.
Anissa plays too much.
Yeah.
And Sensei don't play.
Yeah, Sensei does not play. She's like in terms of the challenge being a 15-round fight, Anissa's good for about 7 rounds. Always.
She's just
you
like
give her 7?
Yeah,
a 7-ish.
No,
that's what I'm talking about.
And I love Anissa.
We all love her, but it's like, girl, give up.
Well, I think that some people. Here's the thing: you have to know what kind of player you are, or what kind of person you are. Are you going on the show to compete, or are you going on the show to be on the show?
Right.
And if you're going on to be on the show and have fun and have the fame, then cool, be that kind of person.
But she doesn't even give that.
She doesn't. She gives she's like, I'm
what I was
win.
All right, what I was gonna say was she's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So even though that's what she should be going for, because she's not the fiercest competitor, she doesn't do that. So we're like, well, which land are you in? Right. Which team?
No, she gives it off like it's like a fake vibe. Like she's just like, like Laurel,
I'm
like
a competitor.
I'm the shit. Like, like like
down.
And it's just like, what?
I will say this: when I scan the cast, like when you go, you got people that are like, oh, I hope I make it to next week. Oh, I hope I make it to next week. And then you got the people that are like, I'm going away for 6 weeks. I plan on being here for 6 weeks.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can really shake that down. I've never been like, hey guys, I might be back in a week. Can you watch my dog for maybe a week? I'm always like, I'll be gone 6 weeks.
But
and I'll see you in 6 weeks.
They're probably thinking like, shit, I hope I make it to the next day, because now how the rules are different. Now they
always
probably thinking that,
do,
like,
and they get that extra paycheck for that week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they always do. They're like, guys, I just want to make it Friday because I get that extra paycheck. And you're like, really? That's the reason? Like, that's why we should vote you?
Yeah.
To stay for the extra, dough.
Well, hey, I mean, isn't that kind of what Janae pulled?
Who?
A lot of people pull that.
Janae.
A lot of people pull that. A lot of people pull.
Really?
Well, I'm just gonna
I need
go.
the money.
Yeah, Janae was like, I'm homeless. I don't think. Yeah.
A lot of people play that.
But everybody needs the money.
Frank, I need your dick. I'm sorry, who's that? Brandon's team wins. Moving on, we get Camilla. She wants to, figure out who she's gonna vote for. So she goes and talks to Naya, asking if she should save her. Then she talks to LaToya, and LaToya was like, here's the difference. Now, this is very Bad Girls Club to me, because Bad Girls All-Star, you kind of have to make the decision, right?
Right.
And so, usually with the girls, one girl's like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, do what you gonna do, bitch. And then the other one's like, no, I will eat you out whenever you want me to. Like, and that's what we saw tonight. LaToya was like, oh, hell no, bitch. You know Naya is a snake girl. She will come at you. She will claw your heart out. Like, Naya was just like, okay.
But I did like what LaToya said. She's like, I can show you more than talk, because I'm not a talker. I
agree with that. And Naya is a
see.
snake. She's notorious for being a snake. When all the moves you play have been on TV, it's easy to tell who you are.
But, I mean, in the same sense, you could say Camilla has been a snake in the past. And sometimes when you put those two types of people together, the frenemy works.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys think it would have been smarter then for her to save Naya and put LaToya in?
I do, because I think LaToya's closer with other people in the house.
I agree with that.
And she will pick those other people. Whereas Nia really didn't know anyone, so it was a perfect alliance, because it's like you'd be vetting her with the, you know, the alumni, but still I think she's that kind of key player that we can kind of make her do what we want.
Right.
Steamer, what did you think? Who did you think that she should have picked to throw in?
Nia. LaToya scared me when she was talking to Camilla. Like, she looked intense. Like, I don't want to go against that. Like, and after what she did in the first elimination, you don't want to make her angry at this point compared to Nia. I thought Nia just seemed weaker in the overall this season. Like, going in, I thought she'd be good, but she didn't really show me anything, and I'm kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, she
We're like, where the hurricane at?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would be kind of scared shitless too, honestly. Like,
I mean,
what was her first
she was
one, right?
putting up a fight though during her season, like on the Real World.
She was like haymaker.
Bitch was fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but her whole thing was how to fuck a married guy or a athlete and be rich from it. You know, it wasn't like how to be the best woman who kicks ass.
Right.
Like,
so I mean, I think she did pretty well. You know,
considering,
because she's not athletic, she's not like these things.
Right.
You know? So, all right, girl. Moving on. Jessica claims I'm making my own vote because this is free agents.
Okay, girl.
I'm saying,
power to you.
like, she wants the soundbite. She wants the airtime so bad. She's like, what do I say? What do I say? Ooh, say this is free agents. Like,
but no.
Roxy loves Jessica.
No, she loves her. Here's the thing. I actually think that she's probably a really nice girl, and she's proven herself on the show. She is a fierce competitor. We've seen it the last few weeks. She's just not the kind of girl that would be my friend.
I mean, she's dedicated.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
seen that time and time again, from the pictures to the.
But if I'm like, I want to go grab a beer,
and not losing her virginity, like, she's a dedicated girl, and that's a positive quality. You know. However,
she
was a virgin. She lost it on the Real World.
Oh,
okay.
No, I hear that. That is so false.
I mean, I'm sure it's false.
Yeah, but she did say that.
She was a virgin.
And yeah, she only cuddled. Remember, she had who's the lumberjack guy? Who's it?
I know.
Paul Bunyan.
Todd or something.
Whatever his name was. And they used to cuddle and the Reddit, whatever. And it was just like, over you.
I mean, I just think she's just that typical girl who's just like, yeah, I'm kicking ass. Like, you know what I mean? And like, she just knows, like, she doesn't care. Like, she knows that she's just fucking annoying. And so she just brings it on.
Oh my God, no. she's like,
yeah, guys, this is free agents. Like, I'm kicking ass.
And she's going to, like, bitches are going to be so mad at me. But
exactly. That's why
but I have to give it to her. At least she's saying that, and then she can compete.
I would do it. I'd be like, yes,
yeah, she does.
Like,
I
at least she can
love
compete.
her socks. She does have the all-time number
I need to look at
rainbow
them.
socks.
She's posting all these pictures though of like her from then and her from now, and she's like, "Look how skinny I am! Like, look how fabulous I am!" And I'm like, "I get it, you're skinny and fabulous. Like, I heard you say it the first time. I don't know.
She wants to come in. She wants to come in studio.
So let her come in. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, we'll have her come in. I have no.
All right, let's do it.
I know.
Come on, Jess. Come on in, girl. I want to really know how you really are. So let's do this.
All right. So Johnny.
And in the class.
Gets put up for elimination, and then it's between Devin and Nia. Nia gets put into elimination. We come to the draw.
Wow.
The scary draw.
Okay.
Where everything is equal.
I get nervous every single time. So I'm like, oh, holy shit. Like, that really is your fate. Like,
I think you're really at a disadvantage if you get pulled in the draw because you didn't have the time to be like, actually, you know, it could be an advantage because you didn't have time to psych yourself out. But I just feel like I'd want to be like, all right, I'm going in. Like, I'm putting stuff on me and like whatever the
I don't think there's that much time though from when the
you have a day.
I don't think it's a full day.
When what?
For the final elimination, like that challenge, like the draw, that's the same night that the other two people got put up, right?
Oh no, I thought we were talking about the kill thing. You're talking about
but that's what I'm saying. So the other two people find out that they're getting put up for elimination.
It's a day later. It's the next day, right?
No, it's the same day.
It's usually no. You know what? Sometimes it's the day after, and sometimes it is that night.
Oh.
It depends how late the challenge lasts. Usually it's the day after, so that they get that night.
Do you remember?
Huh?
I don't know. I think it might have been the same day.
Because I just felt like it seemed like the time between the two just isn't as...
It was only like 2 minutes.
Well, regardless, it's like you psych yourself out. You psych yourself that you're going in. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
That's
I know what you're saying because if you know you're going in, even if it's after the competition, you take like your energy shit. Yeah. You're like getting, even if it's an hour.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, your NO explode.
Exactly. And then regardless, now they're just like up there like about to shit in their pants.
I guarantee
like,
they're all hopped up.
Like,
they're all hopped up on stuff.
They're not even like pumped up. They're like shitting in their pants.
MTV
like, are we gonna like?
Wait, but can we talk about the guys kill draw first before we talk about the girls? Because I thought that was so anticlimactic, and I guarantee you that all 4 of those things didn't have a flip. I guarantee you none of them had a skull and bones on them, and they just were doing it, saying like you have a 25% chance.
There was.
You really
I like
think
to believe. I don't know.
What do you think? What do you actually think?
Here's the deal. I've questioned production board before in the past when they used to do these cards and you had to draw the challenge, and we'd be like, I guarantee you that was on all 3 cards, and they were like, and it was all different. So I just think it happened. As much as I'd like to say they produced it, I think it was probably there.
Yeah.
Because it's cheating.
But I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see these guys do this challenge. That would have made the episode for me tonight. Like, I mean,
ooh, Jordan against Johnny would have been a good one in that thing.
Yeah, I would have been just really irritated though if Jordan had gone home.
Yeah,
that's true.
I agree.
Off of dropping,
and I wouldn't want them. They're friends, you know.
So I was kind of happier with the situation.
Right.
But then this Nia versus Cara Marie thing.
Yeah, 42 hours it lasted.
So it lasted 80 minutes, which is actually very long.
So actually,
really?
No, this is what I wrote down: 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 75 minutes, 80 minutes. Like I don't know why I wrote it down every time
because I was so excited. MTV tried to draw.
Oh my god, you guys! I thought it was 2 hours, but it's only an hour and a half.
It seemed like
not even.
It's an hour and 20.
Yeah, but
we
are you kidding? Like they're getting tired of standing there. I would get tired standing for an hour and 20 minutes.
So irritated. Like, okay, can someone ring the fucking
bell? Just win.
Have you ever carried a heavy backpack before? Like, imagine someone pulling and tugging on that.
I can't
your
imagine.
Skin,
that would
like,
fucking hurt.
You'd be so.
Like I'd be like.
Okay, this is.
I don't want to play.
This is the dumbest comment ever, though.
What?
But
no comments are dumb.
But I just felt like
we welcome everything.
60 minutes of it was them both being like, maybe if neither of us do anything and just kind of chill here, you know?
I think what they should have done is turned over and pulled like that.
Yeah. If Nia should,
I almost feel like she did pull out. She turned over, but she didn't do anything.
It's the angle. I'm telling you guys, it's the angle.
She kept saying angle. I'm like, what angle are you talking about? She wanted people to go away from the ringer, the bell. She's like, let's go over here and then come back.
Yeah, because in order to get the rope to go where you want, pulling like this, you have to go like that, get more rope, and then come back.
Ooh, that's actually a good.
It's the angle of the rope pull.
You pull some slack and then you go over to the
because you can actually use these poles to help you pull the rope.
Yeah, that's true.
Very smart.
The angle.
All right, Roxy.
Okay.
Steamer, what did you think of the elimination challenge?
I loved it. I like the simple endurance challenges. It basically just comes down to who wants it more. And they've done these ones in the past, and I always thought they were great.
You know what MT's? You know what the challenge, like the producers are doing now?
What?
Especially like with the actual challenge today. They like to do challenges now that no one really has an advantage. Like everyone can kind of manipulate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They try to really set it up so it's not like man on man, total normal tug of war. So now you got to do the running and the thing. So like I know that they've been leaning toward that lately, which is kind of cool because then you don't really know who's going to win. Because I thought Nia would win for sure.
And look,
because she outweighed her.
CT's
My money was on CM though.
Right.
CT would have killed Johnny in that thing.
Oh, for sure.
Purely on weight and
what do you guys think about Jordan and
Johnny versus Jordan?
You think Jordan won?
I think Jordan would have won too.
I think because he would have now had this energy in him to prove even more.
Yeah, I agree.
We all didn't want him to go there.
Right.
Yeah, and it's all about your legs too. I felt like.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is that he's got good legs.
Johnny has. I mean, I didn't know Johnny had all that ass either. I mean, Johnny had some thick little.
That would have been total endurance, yeah.
Twerk.
I think it would have been total endurance, and I think Jordan would have won.
Jordan, attitude, yeah.
Johnny's just like such a weird dude. Every girl he sees, he's like, she's so hot. Like, look at her ass in my face as I go down. Ooh, she's hot. I'm gonna make out with her. The Bachelor.
It's like every Bostonian friend that I had.
Like, guess what? Most girls on the challenge are hot. Like, that does tend to happen.
You know what my favorite was that I wasn't here for? Remember, what's her name?
I didn't say anything.
What's her name? Who was Johnny behind? The black girl. What's her name?
Devin.
Devin's like,
I forgot.
Remember she's like, me and Big Easy aren't together anymore. Like, throwing up in my mouth.
I'm like,
wait,
so
you guys,
I was like,
hold on, everybody. Oh my
That was so funny. I actually
Everybody.
checked Bananas that. I'm like, me and Big Easy aren't together anymore. And Johnny's like, oh my God.
Oh my God, can we please just take a moment of silence for that one?
I want to congratulate her for getting over
But
that.
why would she bring it up? You're right, Jesse. Like we almost forgot.
Girl, like
leave
we
it down.
did forget, and then you really brought that back.
Me and Big Easy aren't together anymore. The real romance didn't last outside the house.
Did you guys think, because we saw it on this past Real World, did you guys think that we were...
bring the storyline in for rivals for exes too?
Yeah, she's like trying to hang.
You guys know how on this past season, The Real World, we saw all the producers talking and stuff? Did you guys think that that was possibly going to happen again? Did you want that to happen or no?
No, because
this past season, The Real World, all the producers actually were involved in the show. We see the camera crews, we see the producers. They're asking questions. We hear the questions. We hear the answers.
No, because this is like the challenge. Like it's just about the challenges and the people. Like,
okay.
Like The Real World, seeing the producers do that stuff adds to like the extraness of like.
Fourth wall.
They're just sitting around like, okay.
Well, the only reason I was thinking that because I'm thinking about Devin, like, you know, the producers ask her the question. They say, what's going on with you and Big Easy? And if she doesn't phrase it, Big Easy and I aren't together anymore, all she has to say is no comment, and they can't air it, you know, unless they're putting the producers in.
Oh, they probably absolutely asked her.
Yeah, they
definitely.
They basically forced her to tell him that.
Sure. So, how are you and Big Easy?
Right.
How's that D treating you?
Oh my gosh. I can't.
Probably nice and easy. Anyway.
So Nia goes home, Kara wins, and everyone's so happy for it, and everyone's
I was kind of surprised. Not that surprised because Nia's a rookie, but do you guys remember last challenge? Carmaria walks out and crickets. Like,
and everybody's cheering her this time.
Yeah, which I felt kind of happy for her. Me too.
Yeah,
she was due for a nice good win.
Playing.
Yeah,
she was not playing.
All the girls are so against Nia, so it's like,
yeah.
What
But
was Anissa saying?
All
about
you need
that?
is Johnny on your side.
That's true. All you need is love. On that note,
stop the steamer.
You ready, steamer?
Get ready, man.
I miss when you used to come from the ground up.
Deep breaths.
Well, I can't do that in this studio. All right, steamer. Who was the last Road Rules competitor to win a challenge?
I don't even know that.
The last competitor to win a challenge.
I will be wearing a Speedo next week because it's so hot in here. I'm just saying that.
Wait, I want to hear, Mark, I want to hear your guess too.
I'll be in a Speedo next week.
Y'all heard it.
You want to say who? Eric?
Derek.
And
I'm going to say Darrell.
Darrell. All right. The correct answer is Tori from Road Rules Viewers Revenge.
Oh, I would.
Who's that?
Brad's wife.
Wow. Well, steamer.
Brad's wife. Are they still together?
You done got stumped. So, oh, that was so rude of me. I was just so rude. I didn't even give a shout out to who said that. So I'll give you a shout out next week on the show. My bad. Oh, Johnny Ziegler. That's at Johnny JOHNY.
Yeah,
wow, he's the best.
He tweets us a lot. Johnny Ziegler, my man.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
All right, Johnny. You stumped the steamer. Congratulations. All right, let's move into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
We're totally opening next week with Bubble Butt because it's like bubble bump, bubble 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 bump because they got their bubble.
I'm bringing a baby.
Oh my god! Thanks.
Can we do next week Beach Edition?
I'm
AfterBuzz TV free agents.
I'm speedoing it. I'll be
totally.
Straight up.
We get that. We get it.
We understand. You're in a speedo. I'm excited to see you next year.
He is not playing.
I'm gonna recreate the honey challenge.
Right.
And I'm
Oh
gonna
my
do
god.
myself.
Or the ice challenge.
Come in a banana for Johnny Banana.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
No, I like the Speedo.
That's
the Speedo.
a
That's
banana
more
Speedo.
hip.
I'm doing it.
A banana Speedo. It just has to be yellow.
There you go.
So.
Anyways, next week we get the ball bumping. This reminded me of a game I used to play on Xbox that had Fusion Frenzy.
Ball
For
bumping.
all the nerds out there.
Okay.
That was this game created live. I think that I would want.
I
This is
think
the one
this
I would
would
want
be
to do.
That's gonna be a fun
I
one to
would
watch.
be so scared. Can you imagine me just flying?
No,
somewhere?
you'd be like walking into people like.
I'd be like, ah!
She'd be like this inside the bubble.
Even though I like the competitions that are more fierce and serious, it is nice to separate them with things that are kind of funny like this.
And I think
It's
from
funny,
the
but
preview,
it's kind of serious.
Yeah,
Like,
people get knocked around.
Like you'll go flying literally, and you'll probably hurt yourself.
Okay, the other thing we see is that there's some weird fight with Jordan and Jess and LaToya, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Jordan and Jessica always be getting in arguments.
Right.
And I couldn't really tell if LaToya's argument was with Jordan or Jessica.
Right. It sounded like, from the things I gathered, it sounded like he might have said something and she was mad that he didn't say it to her, like face to face, and she heard it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
That's not a good friend.
Wait, but I haven't heard you guys, because we haven't been in here, who you guys think is going all the way.
I don't know yet. I'll have my answer next week.
Yeah, I can't make that decision yet. I have to see how this is kind of playing, because now we finally seen a competition where it's 4 on a team, 2 on a team.
What do you have to say?
Want to say something?
I think my son, Zach, who's my son, will be going to the end. But I could be wrong.
He's your son?
Oh. We have that thing going on Twitter that he's really my son. My secret son.
I see.
Oh, wow. That's everything.
Okay.
All right.
That's it, Liam.
That's it?
All right.
Any last
words?
No, I wanted to hear Steamers.
Steam.
Laurel and either Zach or Jordan.
All right.
You know what? Jordan's in there for me.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. If you're tuned in next week, I'm going to be on the MTV After Show.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom.
So after you watch this, watch that.
After you watch the buzz.
Yeah, I'm going to be on dueling thing.
There you go.
We'll check
It'll be like the challenge after show, the duels.
There you go.
All right, you guys, make sure you hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
Me at Since I Don't Play.
At the Mark Long.
At Roxy Striar.
In Steamer.
At the Steamer.
At the Steamer. Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Steamer!
Shut the steamer!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.